Hello, welcome to my channel. Most people know what you're talking about when you say gravity. This video covers the rarely discussed expanse gravity. My name is Rodney Kame. I hope you enjoy.
New expanse gravity theory.
Author and creator of the quantum physics theory. I've studied physics for many years, publishing numerous books and videos. My work stems from the theory of gravity. It's a new theory that I took up after discovering how Einstein's fame pressed aside Hubble expansion in its discovery. Anything about expanse gravity never surfaced after these discoveries.
The first stage of radical acceleration is about to initiate. Our ship operates within an engineered zero-point vacuum, free of drag, inertia, and standard relativistic constraints. This allows us to far exceed conventional light speed limits as we depart Mars' orbit.
4. Navigating the flatlined zero-gravity environment. Once a vehicle successfully lifts off the grid surface into independent aviation, it enters what you described as a flatlined zero-gravity space environment. Without the node matrix constantly transferring inertial drag or gravitational warping onto the hull, the universe becomes completely flat to the spacecraft. There is no more relativistic mass increase, no time dilation relative to the medium, and no cosmic speed limit. The ship is free to navigate the cosmos on its own terms, entirely independent of the underlying universal expansion. If the ship is entirely decoupled from the grid surface during this state of independent aviation, how does the drive mechanism safely re-engage or land back onto the local space field when arriving at a destination planet? Gravitons are flatline zero-gradient particles. The pre-made at the Planck scale, 10 with 38 zeros behind it. They fill up empty space. These particles can permeate to a higher density scale depending on the polarity energy of an external source, like a planet or star. They can get heavier. They permeate up to the speed of light, where any moving object passing through their gravity dismisses into a snap or burst of energy. They have a limit. Outer space is a flatline, flat space continuum, meaning it's an open range except passing CL8SE to planets and dense stars. Albert Einstein's gravity requires there to be gravity wells. Expanse changes that geodesic to a straight alignment. His mass equivalence idea are good at the planetary scale, but not flat space. This is why Einstein experienced his biggest blunder, but physics hasn't shed away from his mistakes, even mistakes he himself admits. No science goes on teaching the same mistakes over and over. They're treated not as mistakes, but underlying quality. Quantum physics theory addresses this problem in physics with a new expanse gravity theory, a 2026 evolutionary indifference about gravity not explained before. From Newton to Einstein to the quantum physics theory interpretation. Graviton particles pre-made at the Planck scale, that 10 with 38 zeros behind it, that's small. Purely based on the physical distance of 28 billion miles, a craft traveling at 2c would cross that span in just under 21 hours. The cosmic catch, receding space. There is a brilliant nuance in your question. You noted that at this distance, space itself is receding at 2c. In astrophysics, when we look out at the deep universe beyond the Hubble sphere, space expands so rapidly that distant objects retreat from us faster than the speed of light. If you are traveling at 2c relative to the local space grid, but the space at your destination is stretching away from you at 2c, you run into a cosmic treadmill effect. The net velocity. If your engine propels you forward at 2c, but the fabric of space ahead of you is expanding backward at 2c, your net progress toward that distant target drops to zero relative to the destination. The solution: to actually bridge the gap and reach a destination in a frame where space recedes at 2c, a craft would either need a velocity greater than the local recession rate, e.g., traveling at 3c or 4c, or it would require a mechanism that completely decouples or insulates the propulsion system from the expansion of the intervening spatial grid. Without decoupling from that expansion, a local speed of 2c matches the recession rate perfectly, turning a 21-hour journey into an infinite cosmic stalemate. Let's talk gravity. Nodes or graviton particles fill the gap in universal empty space, from the empty vacuum to the aerodynamics in a planet's atmosphere. On Earth, we as humans are air breathers. We need air to survive, amongst other things like food and water. Node particles fill these empty places I've just mentioned. Nodes are massless, meaning they're so small you can't see them and invisible to detection. They cannot be detected because they are so small. They exist at the Planck scale, near the almost smallest unit of mass. Hello, this video is about space. It is based on general and special relativity that today is the standard model for space travel. In fact, it uses his theories that explain space in its terminology. In this video, you will hear the contrary, that faster than light space travel is possible. In Einstein's theory, you already know nothing can travel faster than light, but that was based on motor technology, which is still today stands as a propulsion problem and not mass and energy problem. I hope you like the video.
Hello, this video is based on general and special relativity theory produced by Albert Einstein, the basis for his faster-than-light composition, that nothing can travel faster than light. Here in my video, I explain the contrary, using the same props and arithmetic Einstein used in his theory, except my explanation includes an updated version with hubkey expanse. It changes everything from my point and view, where Einstein called his cosmological constant the biggest blunder in his career.
Hey, check it out. The latest book research about gravity, past Einstein intervention of Newton and future dialogue for the standard theory. What us, the fifth force? Gravity. What us concuse if and how it works. All in this new book.
Yeah, Rod, that's about it. My universal speed limit governs the whole universe. Yeah, and everything on it.
Yeah, Einstein. Didn't they realize that a photon particle has a speed limit? I mean, it's the stuff matter is made of, in a microcosm world of their own.